This is the middle of October, which means it is time to save some seeds for the following year. So I'm going to be going over 12 different varieties of seeds that I'll be saving, including some dahlia seeds. So you guys stick around and I'm going to show you the things that I've learned with seed saving and then at which point to save seeds and all about it. So let's go. Okay, here we have artichoke. And this one, as you can see, it went to seed already. This one, I never had it bloom. It never had any flowers. But look how gorgeous it is. Even as just landscaping flower, it's greenery, I guess. It's just really beautiful. So I have 1, 2, 3. And so let's clip some artichoke for seed. Now these are super dry and pokey. So I guess I'm just going to go under like this. I'll get a few heads. There you go. So this artichoke has been growing all season. And I think it finished blooming like a month ago or so. And it just started going to seed. But come over here, let me show you. If you look inside, it's kind of like parting hair. So I opened this one up and this one looks like a lot of the seeds have kind of mildewed and rotted. Like you can see all the black in here. You see that? But if you go to this one is way better. Look, there's some bugs living in here too, but right here, this is a good seed. Look at that, there's like worms in here. Right here, that's a good one, nice and plump. Oops. I mean, I probably can cut this open and get it, but there you go, this works. These are like super pokey, and so it's kind of hard to peel them. Another seed saving that I want to show you guys is cotton. I'm super excited about it. This is my first year growing cotton and I knew nothing about it. So let me show you. So the plant opens up like this and it kind of divides into like 4 quadrants. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then inside, you can kind of feel them, but inside are the seeds. They are very hidden in there, covered up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look how hard it is to get to the seed. Let me see if I can. Ouch. Okay, so these are just the pods, and then I cut this one open already, and you can see the seed is inside. You see that? So this is like a shell. Oh, there you go. Let me do it. Right there. That's your cotton seed. Isn't that crazy? That was a lot of work. So I went like this. Isn't that cool? Now you know. Look at that. That's the cotton seed. This is strawflower, and you know that it's ready to harvest the seeds when it kind of becomes a puffball in here. So look at the difference with this one. And it's kind of starting to get to that stage. And then you can open it up and see these. They're not quite ready. I mean, you can dry them at home. But what you can do is wait for it to dry up more, and then all of these, look, the brown, all these are seeds. So the brown part is what you want to plant. You don't really need the fuzz. That's just holding the seed together. But do you see all those? So those are strawflower seeds. So these are celosia, and these are the perfect cut flowers, and you can even dry them. And to save the seeds, if you look inside, kind of like each pocket, there's tons of little black things sticking out, and those are all seeds. So if you take this and just flip it, you don't even have to try hard, but all of these are seeds, all the little black shiny specks. So this is celosia, and if you see, right here, they're shiny little seeds. Okay, on to the next. This one here is calendula. And so here's what the flower looks like. And then this, you know, it's ready to be collected for seed when it looks like something funky. So we'll come bring it this way. These right here is calendula seeds. That's the petal of the flower. See, there's nothing there. But then this, that looks like a shriveled up, like a roly-poly almost. These are the seeds. So there's nothing in here. This one is the seed. So these little magical wispy flowers are called verbena. And so let's save some seeds here. I'm going to cut this one off because it's in my walkway. So we'll do this one. Okay. This is verbena. And if we just take it upside down, and the seeds just come out on their own. Look at that. Look how many. So all these little pieces are the seeds. So you honestly don't need a lot of plants just to save some seeds. Like you can just have one plant produces so many seeds. Let's see, come take a closer look. See how it has all these delicate little purple flowers? This is cosmos, and let me show you. This is when you know the seeds are ready. By the way, I've been waiting to kind of prune my plants and deadhead them because I wanted to make sure that I had enough seeds to show you guys. It's been driving me crazy because I really just want to chop off all the dead things. This is cosmos, and then you can see the different stages of it. So this is like ideal because it already dried on the plant, and you can see they look nice and crispy. All the seeds are ready, so you just pluck it. There's your seed for next year. These you have to dig a little bit, so take all the fuzz off, and then you go in. And these are the seeds, but what you would have to do is at home just put them on a piece of plate or something, or a paper towel, and let them dry for a week or so. So all these dark ones are the seed. This is just fuzz. Ooh, look at all these seeds. And so you just have to wait for them to dry before you store them. When you save your seeds, like for example, cosmos, you're not necessarily going to get the same color the following year because they're all cross-pollinate and the bees go from one cosmo plant to the next. So you can have like a pink or pink and white. So you don't know what color cosmo you're going to get, but you can still save your seeds and then they'll still be beautiful plants for next year. So the verbena is pretty much stays the same. That's going to be that color. Celosia is, because I don't have any other celosias for it to cross-pollinate with. The artichoke is going to be the same. But like cosmos and dahlia seeds, we'll do that later. But dahlia seeds, you don't know what you're going to get either. What color plant's going to be. Is snapdragon, and that one is really known for not being what you think it's going to be. So here, let's find some that are ready. So come look here. So this one is still in bloom. Looks beautiful. This one already has the seed pods formed, but they're not dried yet. So I wouldn't do these yet. I mean, you can probably cut them and just let them dry at home. But I have some that are ready. So right here we have, oh my, I don't even have to try. The seeds just come out. And these are very similar to poppy seeds. So when you try to collect seeds from your poppies bloom in the spring. But it's the same thing, like the pod opens up inside and then all the seeds just come out. They're all in here, see that? So what I do with my snapdragons is in the fall, I just kind of shake them and let them do their own thing. So I don't really like try hard and try to seed start them on my own. I just spread them in the garden, and then everything that I have, all the poppies, all the snapdragons, all the strawflower, they all came on their own. I didn't even have to try. I just kind of spread the seeds and then they all did their own thing. Lisianthus. And this is a new flower for me this year. And I'm learning some things. So if you look here, I'll cut this off because I've been just saving it for you guys. So here, this, and then, so this is lisianthus. Put it right here. Look at that. So it's finished. It's finished its blooming cycle. But if you look here on the inside, this is where it has the seed pods. So this little area inside are the seed pods. So what I learned is I sometimes would wait for them to dry on the plant. And then when I would go in, the seed pod would either be soggy like this, or like the bugs completely ate it alive. So look right here. You see that? It's kind of like demolished. Like it's all eaten. So what I started doing is I wait for them to be like this stage. And then at home, I actually have a few laying out and they're drying out. But if you look, all these yellow things, all that are seeds. So you want to make sure that they're dry. So I have them at home drying. But isn't that amazing? It's just amazing how many seeds one plant produces. Look at that. Look at that. This is just one little pod. Kind of looks like caviar. Makes me think of caviar. So I have some carnations right here, kind of in the shade. You can see some. It's funny, we're at the end of the season, but then these guys are kind of having their second wind. They're kind of, I'm getting more blooms. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? So these have been here all summer long. So these are carnations. Let's see if we can find seeds inside. Nope. Nope. Okay, this one looks promising. It still has the seed pod in there. Ooh, yes. So this you would have to let it dry. Look at that. Look at all that caviar. They're tiny. So that's kind of a lesson learned, is that if you're trying to save seeds, make sure you get them before the bugs do. They are such gorgeous flowers. So with dahlia seeds too, it's kind of deceiving. You want to make sure that the seeds are nice and plump and that they don't squish, because if they're squish, they're not good. So let's see if we can find any. I don't know. Usually you'd have to save your dahlia seed, like you let them go to seed and just let them sit there all season so they can develop and harden. So right here, but oh, we got one. Okay, so here you see all these seeds right here. There's really nothing here, but when you see a dark one like this, that's a good one. That's your seed. And if I try to squeeze it with a nail, it doesn't really give. So yay, we found one. So usually they'll be loaded, but it's just I didn't let them do that during the season because I already had some seeds saved. This dark one, this is the seed, and this is the seed. Everything else is just trash. So let's look in here. See that? Here's one. So only the dark ones are the good ones. Next seeds to save is basil. So I have green variety, Genovese, and then I have this purple variety that I use more for flower arrangements, just kind of as a filler. If you look underneath the plant and look inside, see these ones right here? Trying to open it up. Right there. So these are the basil seeds, and they turn black when they're ready. So see, these guys have dried on the stem. So they're all hidden inside these shells. So there's a seed, there's a seed. Gotta hurry before the wind takes it. There's a seed. So they're inside this little shell there. Inside this little flower pod. There, they're black. They're kind of like celosia seeds, except they're not as shimmery. So with zinnias, you want to, the best way is to let the plant do all the work and have the bloom dry on the plant so you can have the save the seeds. But if you don't have any and you're kind of at the end of the season like I am, you can cut off the spent ones like this. And this one. And then we can save seeds from that. Come on, I'll show you. Okay, so right here we have our zinnias. And same thing with zinnias. When you save your own seeds, you're not gonna know what color they're gonna be next year. Zinnias are just known to cross-pollinate. Ooh, like look right here. This is when the plant does its own work and they have been saved on the plant. So let me show you. Like this is all flower debris, but then these little flat guys, these are the seeds. So right here, you see how it's attached to the petal? So you don't need the petal for drying. And so right now they're a little bit green. So you would take them home and let them dry, and then they'll become brown like this. So if you look up here towards the top, see there's nothing here. It hasn't developed yet, right? At the top, there's nothing here. But then the further down you go to the stem, that's where, right here, the good seeds are. Right here. Okay, that concludes our seed saving, just kind of our seed saving topic. And you guys can see that it is easy to save seeds, and that way you don't have to buy them the following year. I hope you guys enjoy this and learn something, and I hope this was helpful. So until next time, see you then. Bye.